People can have a starting point, and then eventually, they'll decide what actions they want to do.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Earth Week 1992. Today is our environmental forum. This is all set on, by the way, by Sonoma Earth Action.
Like other Mexican border towns, Matamoros is struggling under the residue left by years of unchecked industrial growth. It is dominated by U.S.-owned companies that came south over the last 3 decades for cheaper labor, favorable trade rules, and lax enforcement of environmental laws. But there's yet another possible reason for the extraordinary discrepancy in the amount of coverage given. There didn't seem to be anyone to blame, to hold responsible for baby Teresa's condition. Indeed, it appeared almost to be an act of God. However, there may be someone to blame in the case of the Matamoros babies. And the guilty party may just well be corporate America. Corporate America driven by an all-consuming greed that led it to exploit the Mexican people and their land. But when the press attacks corporate America, it is attacking itself. And that just doesn't make good business sense. Environmental news that challenges corporate America is not profitable. For example, let us take a look at a few of the censored environmental issues that have been identified since I started Project Censored in 1976. As I list them, I want you to think about whether someone's profit picture might be affected. I want you to think about if someone's golden ox might be gored, if the media had been there to widely cover those issues.
People in Southern California don't know much about where their water comes from, and that whole issue is that the LA Times is owned by the same people that own the water rights. Could you talk a little bit about that, if you know?
In case you haven't discovered what's going on here, this is what you call film. One of the speakers didn't show up today, and so Rocky and I are going to... are you going to speak? And somebody else. We're filling the time here. Anyway, it's a good question.
Can you repeat the question?
The question is, does the fact that the people down in Southern California don't know anything about where the water comes from and what the issues of the water situation in California really is because of the fact that the Times Mirror people, Times Mirror Corporation controls the water rights and things like that. There was a book written 40, 50 years ago, just a fantastic book. I will give anyone $100 cash if you will find me a copy and buy a copy of that book from me. It's a little paperback. I am offering you here right now, today, $100 cash for a copy of that book. The name of the book is The $1 Billion Blackjack. That book is the answer to your question because that book traces exactly how the Times Mirror Corporation took over, bought the land in Southern California, then took over and arranged for the water that would go down to Southern California and create a bountiful land out of a desert down there. The Times Mirror Corporation, the Chandler family, old Colonel Otis and the Chandler family, his sons and the rest of them, censored that book. It is not available. I have been trying to get it. I had a copy and someone stole it from me at one point, and I have not been able to find another copy. So the offer stands is $100 if you find me a copy of The $1 Billion Blackjack. Does that answer your question? Yeah.